I'm watching Soul Chicks trade because there was so much FUD around this thing that I have to see what actually came out of it. It does look like it's doing about 6x from the IDO price in this bad market. What do you think?
That's still not a bad performance, and especially some of the negativity that was floating around about the project. Yeah, it's looking good. What was it, 5 cents on the initial price?
It was 5 cents on the IDO price. So, and I mean, you got to say that today's a bad market.
100% it is.
Yeah. All right. So today we're going to look at the Soul Chicks launch. We're going to look at Gala Games. Gala Games had their big event this weekend. What else are we talking about today, Hustle?
We got a lot on the docket. Gala Games, big event into the Galaverse, a lot of developments there. We got a new Animoca brands partnership to discuss, as well as a compromise of one of the major gaming studios as well in Vulkan Forge. We'll talk about that. We'll get into some Gods Unchained, Soul Chicks. We got a lot on the docket today, so I'm super excited.
There's a lot to do. There's a lot to do. So the markets may not be running today, but maybe today is a good opportunity to start picking up some of your favorite gaming coins. Let's take a look. Let's take a deeper dive. We've got so much to talk about on the show. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
This is Crypto Banter, this is Crypto Banter, Crypto Banter for you, this is Crypto Banter, this is Crypto Banter, this is Crypto Banter, Crypto Banter for you, smash those likes. Banter for you, smash those likes, smash those likes. Crypto Banter for you, smash those likes, smash those likes. Crypto Banter for you,
Crypto Banter for you, and yeah, we're back. I'm Crypto Man Run. And over there is my main man, Hustle. Together, we're bringing you another episode of In the Game, and this is the one show on Crypto Banter that is focused all on NFTs and gaming. Yeah, NFTs and gaming. So one of the hottest sectors right now. We're bringing you live coverage of the entire sector right here on our daily show called In the Game with our man, Hustle. Now, community, listen up. There's a run song, which everybody knows. Everybody knows and loves the run song. It's a #1 best-selling show, apparently. Here, hold on. This is the run show. Okay, so we've got a run song, which is a Crypto Man Run, and then you got the new Sheldon song, which is unbelievable.
Have you heard the news? What? With his finger on the pulse, it's like Sheldon knew. Click, click. When the sniper shoots, we got Sheldon on the charts, so we never lose. Okay,
so there's a Sheldon song. So what we need now, urgently, we need a hustle song. We need a hustle song urgently. We can't have a run song and a Sheldon song and not have a hustle song. So get your asses into gear and get us some hustle songs, guys. We need some, but they're going to be like gaming, fun. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. All right, so we do have a big show for you. If you are new to our channel, welcome to our channel. Subscribe to our channel. Also, like this content, because that's how we're going to let everybody know that we do have a dedicated gaming show. Not many people know yet. And the only way for us to tell people is by you smashing the like. You smash the like, the YouTube algorithm tells everybody that this is good content. And you know, making content in a bear market is tough. It's tough. When there's a bear cycle, it's tough. It's tough. You know, we get our motivation by the fact that people are around and listen. And today I saw that one of the friends of this channel had a bit of a breakdown. I'm trying to get hold of him, and that's Chico. He basically published a article, a YouTube show saying times are tough for him. Making daily content is tough for him, and he's thinking of giving up.
100,000 people on the daily is exhausting me as a single person doing it. It still is only me doing the research. Of course, I have an editor, and I have a manager that helps me manage sponsorships, but...
Man. So it is hard to make content, but we're here through the bull and the bear market. And I will reach out to Chico and just make sure that he's okay. And I don't know, invite him back on Banter if he wants to come on to Banter. Hustle, let's take it away, bro.
Let's go ahead and get into it. I'll pop up my screen here. And first of all, man, let's go ahead and just take a look at Gala Games. They had their Into the Galaverse event this weekend, and it really did look amazing. Just like everything at the event was really well set up, as we see here. They had their conference Into the Galaverse, and just really awesome event. They had a lot of different areas to kind of resemble their different games that they're building as well. So I thought that everything looked really cool from the Gala Games Into the Galaverse event this weekend. And then on top of just the setup of the event, I mean, we're talking about major news. And I'll go ahead and zoom these in as well so we're able to see these a little better. But more Galaverse news. And I thought for me, this was the biggest news of the weekend. Galaverse is producing a first-person AAA level shooter called Last Expedition. And this is built by Certain Affinity. These guys are literally the builders and developers behind Halo and Call of Duty. That's who makes up Certain Affinity. And this game is coming right to the Gala Games platform, AAA first-person shooter, the world's first play-to-earn FPS that will pit players against a hostile alien world, challenging their skill, focus, and resourcefulness. And I think this game just looks awesome. And I'll kind of just play this trailer here to kind of carry on. But to me, this was the biggest development of the weekend because first-person shooters are the biggest games in the entire world. And then you're looking at Gala Games, the biggest blockchain gaming studio, coming out with a pristine-looking shooter. And this will be coming out, I believe, in the next year.
Okay, now, what's the difference to a player between playing a game developed for blockchain and not for blockchain? Is it only the earning element of it? Is that the only difference here? Is it this
So yeah, right now, these guys, the developers behind Certain Affinity have come from games like Call of Duty and Halo. So what they're doing, they're bringing that development style and that development history to the blockchain. So this is going to be play to earn, but it's going to have that development style of an actual AAA studio game with the experience that the Certain Affinity team does have.
Amazing. So, I mean, it would probably make the rest of their games obsolete because once you can play a AAA game like this and you can earn and you can sell your NFTs and you can build your characters, etc., there's no reason to go back to a game where you don't own the NFT.
Yeah, facts. I think that's the biggest thing too. When the players that are playing these first-person shooters potentially come into this world and they're realizing that they earn off of their off of their achievements, off of their mission completions, off of multiplayer wins, stuff like that. I think that, that's really going to shift the paradigm because when you see games that are like turn-based or card games or like really simple games now, that doesn't give the hardcore gamer an incentive to come to the blockchain. But a game like this that actually has studio looks to it could actually bring some players from the traditional gaming model over to the blockchain.
So how long until you believe, because what you're doing on the one side you got very good quality games, and on the other side you got play to earn, which are not that good quality, but you can play to earn. And at some point the two collide where the games are so good and they play to earn and you don't feel the difference, right? So like, why would you play a non-play to earn when you can play a play to earn and it feels exactly the same? How long till we're there?
I would say full blown, I think that you're going to see major studio involvement by the latest. And I'm going to be conservative here because games take time, guys. It's going to sound 2025 is my goal. 2025 is the year that I'm looking at where major studios are going to be coming out with multiple titles that look studio quality because you have to remember these studios have no idea about the blockchain. They have no idea about integrating these projects and NFTs into their games yet. So they have a lot of a learning curve and a lot of development to go. I would say safely by 2025, we should see multiple studio level games that not only look like Last Expedition that we're looking at here, but that look even better than this.
Wow. Okay. 2025, I think it's going to happen much sooner than you think. I would hazard to say that probably by mid 2023, every single game that is being developed on blockchain.
Yeah, I think that would be amazing. And I think Ubisoft with that news last week is trying to push that line. They're trying to be that first mover.
What else happened at the Gala? What did they call it in the Galaverse?
Into the Galaverse. So Into the Galaverse announced that they are also going to be launching an upcoming survival MMO RPG game from the world of The Walking Dead from AMC. And this is just a big market. So the game's called The Walking Dead Empires. It's an MMO survival RPG, and it's exactly that. You're going to be trying to survive from The Walking Dead. This just has a lot of appeal, and it's from the mainstream television hit The Walking Dead. So they partnered with this game on their platform, and honestly, it does look good. Everything like from the looks of the game to the premise of what you're doing in the game, it really lines up with The Walking Dead series. And I think this is a good development, once again, bringing a studio level television based game onto their platform.
Okay. For those who don't know what an MMORPG game is, what is that?
So basically, you're going to be like fighting in these diverse open worlds. It's a role-playing game, so you're kind of fighting as your own character, your own faction that you choose, and it's basically just an open world role-playing game, and you're going to be surviving against these zombies. It really pits a lot of different elements. You're going to be able to participate in the world a lot of different ways, and you'll be able to kind of just explore throughout the world and pick your survival methods as you go.
Okay, amazing. What else was announced this weekend?
So right now, you take a look at the next announcement. The legendary Sims designer, Wright, has also announced at the end of the Galaverse that he is joining Gala Games and Gala Labs for the creation of the Voxverse, the avatars that DeFi. So the Voxverse is a voxel metaverse that they are releasing, and Wright, one of the legendary Sims designers, has joined the team. So I really like that development as well. And then kind of another Sims style game that they released or are releasing. They also announced the Legacy Land presale. And this is literally, it's the game Legacy is what they are pinning as the upcoming blockchain Sims from Gala Games. So if you know the Sims series, you basically build up a character and it's its own virtual world. It's like a true metaverse before the metaverse. That's what Legacy is going to be.
Sure. How many announcements did they make this weekend? Because, you've just taken us through like 5, what you could say are huge announcements, right?
Yeah, definitely. You take a look at the announcement here. Mirandus is one of their biggest upcoming games as well. They just launched their ship and dock sales this morning. So a lot of people have been waiting for Mirandus developments. This is one of their biggest titles coming out. So they also released their ships and dock sales. Everything that they came out this weekend was really awesome. Like I kind of watched it live on Twitch a little bit of the weekend and kind of just kept up with all the developments, and every single thing they came out this weekend, I'm really in love with. Like there was not a single development that I was like, okay, I can pass on that. You know what I mean?
Okay. Then explain this. So the price is down 11.2% after making what we thought were incredible announcements. Now, I know the whole market's down. I know that Bitcoin is struggling, but you kind of would have thought that the price would have gone up under these amazing announcements. What it could mean is that the market was factoring that it would be as amazing as this.
Yes, that, and honestly, you look at the recent conferences. And these are more layer ones, big coins, but Cardano Summit. What happened to the Cardano after the Cardano Summit? Really plummeted. What happened to Phantom a little bit after the Phantom developer conference?
Phantom plummeted. Plummeted before.
Sometimes, go ahead.
Yeah, before the Phantom event, the price went up, and straight afterwards it went down. So you're saying it's the same kind of thing. It's buy it on the rumor, sell it on the fact.
I think so right now, and the market probably has to do a little bit with it because these are strong developments. These aren't like, it's not like they hyped up some developments and then came to the Galaverse and said we're releasing one new game. Like they came out with like 6 different announcements. I think that the market does have more to play than just to buy the rumor, sell the news. But I think that's a part of it. I think some smart investors probably bought it up leading in and then sold it at the news. Okay.
Here's one for you. $26 billion fully diluted market cap. $26 billion fully diluted market cap. I just want to give you some perspective. Robinhood, the app, is trading at a $17 million market cap. This is trading at a fully diluted $26 billion market cap.
Yeah, that's crazy. But the scope of Gala, when you look at it, the diluted's out of control. I will agree. But you look at Axie Infinity, it's got a 22 billion fully diluted, and it is a one single game. So if Gala really does produce eventually 5, 10, 15 games under their platform, I don't see why that couldn't be realistic down the line. So you have to look at perspectives, because if a single game can be a $20 billion fully diluted and done as well as Axie, I think Gala, it's definitely unhealthy, but it's got a lot coming under and in the works that I think that whenever they do have a full platform with multiple games that they've developed, you could see that fully diluted actually maybe not be as crazy as it looks now.
Okay, amazing. All right, another thing that I want to pick up with you about is Vulkan Forged. So I don't know, I mean, you must have picked up on this news today, and that is the news that they were hacked or exploited. And what I read here is that 96 private keys were stolen from Vulkan Forged in a $140 million theft. Vulkan Forged, as we know, is a crypto gaming ecosystem which creates wallets on behalf of its users. An attacker accessed 96 of these wallets, stealing 23.7% of the circulating supply of tokens. That's a lot. That's a quarter of the tokens are gone. So far, half of the funds have been reimbursed from the project's treasury. What do you know about this?
Yeah, so last night they had a major compromise on their website. Not great to see from such a quality project like Vulkan Forged. And I'll throw up my screen here again. And as you see, this is what happened. I mean, they stole enough tokens, sold off enough tokens that it brought it all the way down to basically where we are now at about $22. And you take a look at just the entire scope of it. 148 wallets, over 4.5 million PYR. And this is directly from Vulkan Forge. They were powerless in the removal of the funds, but they are moving to a completely decentralized wallet, and it will be replaced by the treasury. And then this morning, they started coming out with quick updates. We've contacted all exchanges, and the wallet owner who did the compromise may have actually KYC'd as well on a major exchange. So hopefully they find some tracks and can maybe trace that back down to that wallet owner. And then also any other lost assets, including ETH or Matic, will also be replaced by the equivalent of PYR. And then this morning, the majority of the PYR has been refunded from the Vulkan Forge treasury. So they moved quickly, and it was good to see. But it's such a quality project. You hate to see something like this, but it's good to see how proactive they were in fixing it.
So here's my problem. Well, no problem. I mean, I think that hacks are a great thing in crypto. I've got to be honest. And I think why I say that is because such a young ecosystem, the only way that people are going to learn is getting attacked and getting attacked and getting attacked. And with every attack, believe it or not, we actually get stronger. This is a great project. So Vulkan Forge, we actually called it on the show. It's a great, great, great project. Yep. My problem is, how does a project survive when 25% of its treasury is now gone? I mean, effectively, they've wiped out 25% of their treasury.
Yeah, it's tough. They're such a strong project that my conviction in Vulkan Forge is still super strong. But yeah, taking that amount out of the treasury, that's a massive hit for sure. And that's why we're seeing a 33% drop right now. It just seems to me that if there is a time to maybe scoop a little bit up, it would be now. Because if you look historically at projects that have gotten hacked, the spike on those charts gets recovered so quickly eventually. Whether it's a couple days or within a week, usually the hack spike will really get bought back up pretty quickly. And especially if it's a quality project like Vulkan Forged. Their CEO also came out with a video today about it. So they're really getting out in front of it.
Have you got the video? Have you got the video?
It's on their Twitter. Yeah, they actually released it just as we were going live. So I haven't even watched it. Let's have a look at it.
Let's have a look at it. I think we need to, here we go. Let me get, what's the Twitter address?
It is Vulkan Forged.
Okay, let me quickly get on my, I don't know why you've got no sound, but Vulkan.
Interesting.
Okay.
Hello guys, my name is Jamie Thomson. I'm the CEO of Vulkan Forge. I think you've probably seen me talking in better situations than this. I think it's important to sort of tackle this situation face on. That's why I'm recording a video. Obviously, none of us have slept for a long while. It's been, it is the darkest day in Vulkan Forge history. To let you know what happened first, we do use Venly, which is a semi-custodial wallet solution. Venly itself is a service. Their servers, as far as we know, are fine and haven't been exploited or hacked. What's happened is someone has exploited our servers, got the Venly credentials, and used it to extract the private keys of the MyForge users. Going forward, of course, we're going to be using nothing but decentralized wallets, so we never have to encounter this problem again. We have refunded, I think, nearly every single PYR that's been stolen. All the ETH and Matic, anything else that's been stolen from the wallet, we'll also replace. Going forward, that's our first priority, just to replace all your funds. What can we say? It's hardly a fun day for anyone. But yeah, I think this is going to be one of those times where you have to try and find some sort of light in the darkness, as it were. And I think the light here is the community and how they responded, just the kind words and the trust they have in us and the motivation we have for them. Going forward, we're going to have obviously decentralized wallets, as I said, and we're going to come back 100 times stronger, as we always do. There's nothing going to stop us. This is going to be an inconvenience, and Vulkan Forge is going to do what it does. Obviously, sorry doesn't cut it, but we are sorry. And as I said, all funds are replaced. And yeah, all right, back to it.
I mean, you got to take your hat off to him.
Hello, guys.
Yeah, that's a hard thing to get in front of, and have to tell your community what happened. And I thought that was pretty good. That's the first time I've actually watched it. I got the notification that they tweeted right before we went live. So
yeah, I think good to see that. Sad, $140 million is a lot, and I think even more sad is to see $140 million of a young treasury get hacked. Like this is a young game with a young ecosystem, or a young project with a young ecosystem, and bang, there goes their treasury. Now, I haven't looked at the tokenomics. I'll study the tokenomics later on today to see what that really means to them and what their chances of survival are. Now, question as to whether this is cheap or not. So it is right now, it was $30 yesterday. It is right now trading at $22. So you're buying it 31% lower than yesterday. However, it's trading at the same price that it was trading a month ago. Does that strike you?
You're getting a month reset right now. You're getting a month reset on the price right now.
You are getting a month reset on the price right now. What happened in the last month in Vulkan that made it fly so high?
They are having so many developments. The Vulkanverse is just looking super good. They're coming out with a couple partnerships with other brands to kind of develop more games under the Vulkan umbrella. And all in all, they're going to have a full-blown marketplace for all their assets. It's a gaming DEX. So all these games will be not only playable, but also tradable on their platform, full-blown studio. They just have a lot going. They're a multifaceted gaming ecosystem, which I really like.
Wow. I mean, I guess you got to respect the fact that they acted so quickly. You're talking about 24 hours. In 24 hours, everybody's been reimbursed. They've contacted all of the things. CEOs come out with a statement. Respect. And possibly, if you were eyeing this thing out and saying it was too expensive, possibly at 31% lower, it could be worth something.
I agree. And I called it at this price last week. It was this price when we called it on the chat. You also getting a reset. It was $30 last night. So you're getting a smooth reset on this price.
You can say that you're getting a reset. You can say that you're getting a reset, but you're getting a reset. You're buying the same thing minus $140 million of treasury.
Right.
Yeah. Look, I think if you liked Vulkan before, it's a great time to buy it, because if a hack of 140 million only took it down 31.4%, it's not going down lower. Not as a result of the hack. Hustle, your dog looks pretty comfortable watching this, right?
Yeah, I know last time we were talking about horses, she got a little jealous too. She started barking. So,
well, let's talk about horses again, bro.
Yeah, leading into the horses, because Animoca Brands just came out with another announcement. Animoca Brands, the most active VC in the whole space. On December 9th, they announced that the blockchain gaming giant Animoca Brands is going to be partnering with one of the biggest horse racing and equestrian businesses in the world, and that is Aquis Farm, or Aquis Farm. I don't want to mispronounce that, but it will develop Metaverse games, project, and NFTs related to the real-world equestrian activities and assets. So this is going to be a major horse racing equestrian metaverse in the future. And Animoca is the same brands behind DRace. So I think this is going to have a major appeal and success to it. And you're bringing in not only a horse racing metaverse, you're bringing in Aquis, which is an actual horse racing and equestrian brand who wants to establish themselves in the metaverse. So I love that.
How do you see this playing out? Because the headline there says Animoca Brands and Aquis brings a farm join forces to bring the real life horse world into the metaverse. How's this different from a DRace, for example? I mean,
so when I'm looking at DRace and I'm looking at what potentially Aquis Farms is going to be bringing, I do think that Aquis Farms is going to try to bring the most realistic experience. I think you might actually see like like a state where you're like treating your horses in the stable, where you're like actually doing the ins and outs of the horses, not just racing and breeding. And as you're seeing here, you're going to be racing the horses, show jumping, and other equestrian sports such as rodeo events. And I could actually see with them trying to develop the real world that you're going to be doing a lot more than just a cycle of racing and breeding.
So look, I'm a massive horse person. I mean, I grew up on horses. I'm actually a show jumper, funny enough. And I love horses. Horses are my life. Like, they're my first love. But I don't know if you saw this, but about a week ago, there was a horse called Medina Spirit, and the horse died of a heart attack. And I was thinking to myself, we don't actually need this kind of real horse racing. I think the metaverse horse racing is actually a lot more fun. It's a lot more fun. And it doesn't put these poor animals under that strain.
That's such a good point. And horse racing does have a lot of, like, if you just keep up with the industry, there's a lot of stories like that. And a lot of races that just have something bad, like really what you would call tragedy, when something happens to the horse. Yeah, I agree. There could be a paradigm shift in the future where, these things move into the metaverse. There's a reason why Meta's getting involved. There's a reason why Amazon's getting in with Wax. Like, you're going to see some of these real businesses and industries potentially translate a lot of their economies into the metaverse. Yeah,
I must say, I've watched some virtual horse racing, and it's as fun as the real thing. I think it's as fun as the real thing. I mean, look, you get people that would argue there's nothing like a day out with your clients, at a horse race, getting dressed up, and there's that element to it. But the other element to it is, if we can do this whole thing with NFTs, and it's much more efficient than doing real horses. You don't fly real horses around the world. I don't know. It's kind of fun, and I think it's going to be absolutely amazing. Any idea when DRace actually launches the races? Because I mean, we have a horse. We have the best horse in the world, actually.
So their goal is Q2 2022. So we'll see. Should be sometime between April and June 2022.
I'll show you. I think we definitely have the best horse that they've ever created. The horse's name is FrontRunner. Let me show you.
It literally looks like the one on the front page. I don't think you could have gotten a better horse.
Yeah, I'll show you. This is FrontRunner. That's a Crypto Banter horse on DRace.
Brilliant.
He's going to win everything.
Oh, I agree completely.
Well, there he is. He's going to win everything. This is the real thing. This is the real thing.
I completely agree. I mean, like I said, that's the horse that's on the front page. You have the logo horse. You can't lose.
You can't lose. All right, what else is happening in your world, Hustle?
So we'll make it quick. I know we're almost 30 minutes in, but I kind of wanted to just quickly bring this project up because it's gaining a lot of steam, and I'm sure people have probably heard of this one. This is an OG blockchain game. Gods Unchained. It's been around for a couple of years, but as of recently, it's picking up a lot more player base. This is basically a trading card game in its finest form. It is like a fantasy trading card game. The gameplay is super simple, and it's not that crazy of a concept. It's not the craziest gameplay, but these card-based games and these fantasy card battles, these are really popular games. And you just take a look historically, obviously card games that are popular like Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon. This has a lot of appeal to it, and it's built by former developers from EA Games and Riot Games. And also, it is headed by Chris Clay, who is the former game director of Magic: The Gathering, which was another huge, a huge title in this same genre. And they really get it. So in 2019, players spent $87 billion on in-game assets. Players received $0 from those. So they really get the play to earn, the true ownership aspect. And this is a game where you can actually start playing right now and for free. You do not have to put any investment up front. You can get a starter pack and actually start playing. This is built on the IMX it's built on IMX as well.
Immutable X.
Yep, the Immutable X solution is awesome. And I've actually played a few games. It's super smooth. It's not my favorite style of game, but when a game is getting as much attention and player base, it's hard to ignore. And I think that Gods Unchained is picking up a lot of steam. Even back in June, they were already up to 450,000 concurrent players. So that is pretty solid for a game that really their marketing, they haven't really done that much crazy marketing. And I think that Gods Unchained has a lot of potential to close out this year and in 2022. They're also backed by Coinbase.
Wow. Okay, sure. Amazing. Hustle, let me ask you a question. As a gamer today, how much of your time is spent in play to earn, and how much of your time is still spent in the traditional gaming that you used to do before there was play to earn? Do you still get any kicks playing normal games?
Yes and no. I think that my appeal for normal games is dwindling every single day, because you have nothing to, when you're in this world that we're in and you see the adoption, you see the ownership, and you see the wave of how these assets are going to change in the game and move towards true player ownership. It's really hard for me to hop into a normal game these days and play it thinking that I'm going to put my actual time into it. But for what, right? What am I getting back? That's the real question. So in my opinion, it's 50-50. I don't play too many Web 2 games for that long of a time anymore. Call of Duty is great and all, but you don't earn anything. If you buy something, you're losing money. So
it's a matter of time before every single gamer in the world starts to think like you. And I'll tell you another thing. One of the companies that gave us some of their tokens to put into the Banter Bags. By the way, anybody that's watching the show, if you are watching the show and you are a subscriber to our channel, you are already automatically entered into the Banter Bags. What are the Banter Bags? We take tokens from companies that give them to us before they list. We put them into the Banter Bags into one address. And when we get to 700,000 subscribers, we're going to give the bags away to our viewers. One of the companies that is in there is a company called AAG Ventures. And one of the things, this is a full gaming guild and. But one of the things that these guys are doing, where I think that they're really going to hit the jackpot, is they're doing learn to earn for kids or for people.
I love that.
So mathematics and anything that's easy. What they're doing is they're doing learn to earn. And so they're trying to gamify learning and earning, which is, I think that if they get that right, that's the future. I mean, if they get that right, I think that they're gonna smash it out the park.
Yeah, and the learn to earn system is going to be huge in the future. I know a lot, like Animoca Brands actually a few months ago had talked about how learn to earn is a focus of theirs to potentially get involved in too. So there's some of the biggest VCs in the space see that opportunity just like you do.
Amazing. Listen, brother, it's been good to join you, man. I keep watching you, but it's actually been good to sit here in the studio and catch up with you, man.
I love going back and forth and bantering with you about it.
Yeah, we'll do it. We'll keep doing it. We'll see you guys again tomorrow. Hustle will be back tomorrow with his show. I'll be back with my show. Sheldino Tentino, who is away on vacation, will be back with his show. But we'll be here. Bull market, bear market. We will be here 3 times a day, bringing you crypto love, crypto wisdom, and crypto gaming. Guys, we will see you guys again tomorrow. Until then, play well, my friends. Play well, play well, play well. Fun show, bro.
Always. I think that when you have that back and forth element, it also just adds another layer of knowledge to it. So I love that.
It's much more fun. Also, I'm not a real big gamer like you are, so that's the power of banter, bro.
Yeah.